You're learning more tonight about just how difficult, if not impossible, it may be to recover those lost emails concerning the IRS targeting scandal. But it is not difficult to gauge the level of outrage on the part of Republicans on the Hill. Chief Congressional Correspondent Mike Emanuel is doing just that tonight.
House Speaker John Boehner ripped President Obama, calling the IRS scandal phony early on, and now more than 2 years' worth of emails are missing for Lois Lerner, the central figure in this investigation.
This is outrageous, and the White House has not lifted a finger to help us get to the bottom of this. He owes the American people the truth about what happened at the IRS.
The House Democratic leader isn't blaming people at the IRS. She faults the agency's machinery.
They need to upgrade their technology, get it right, so that there's no suspicion about what agenda anyone may have on that.
IRS Commissioner John Koskinen is due to testify before the House Ways and Means Committee Friday and House Oversight on Monday on the missing email matter.
All I can say is it looks to me that this may be a cover-up.
Utah Republican Orrin Hatch and Oregon Democrat Ron Wyden are leading the bipartisan investigation in the Senate Finance Committee of the IRS targeting conservative groups. In a meeting with the senators this week, Hatch says Koskinen didn't mention emails of 6 other IRS officials were also missing, but did say Lerner's hard drive had been destroyed.
Well, not only did it crash, but they said they no longer have it. So it wasn't recycled, they just got rid of it.
IT experts say the IRS uses Exchange for email, which involves multiple servers. As email enters or leaves the IRS, it would all pass through and be saved on these Exchange servers.
The email should not be stored on the end user's machine. It should be stored on the servers. That way it's much easier to access. You can access from multiple locations. And in the event of a hard drive failure, which as I mentioned are very common, you would have access to those emails.
Among the questions being asked now are missing emails from Lerner and 6 others at the IRS a coincidence or a cover-up?
I would want to go back and during that time period take a random sample of IRS employees and see if I could recover their email. If I was able to recover their email, those random IRS employees, yet was unable to recover the email of those who were subpoenaed, to me that would be a very interesting situation.
Those on the various committees investigating the IRS are expressing frustration with the agency slowly disclosing information with one panel but not with all. Expect John Koskinen to take some heat for that. Brett?
Mike, there was also an election this afternoon to replace Eric Cantor as majority leader. Any drama?
Well, that's right. Kevin McCarthy of California was elected to replace Eric Cantor as majority leader. McCarthy was seen as the establishment candidate and as someone who had some organization because he served as the GOP whip. He beat Raul Labrador from Idaho. Then that opened up a 3-way race to replace him as the GOP whip, the person in charge of rounding up votes and trying to gain support for measures or gauge support for measures before they go to the floor. You had Steve Scalise from Louisiana beat Deputy Whip Pete Roskam from Illinois and Marlon Stutzman from Indiana. Scalise is a Tea Party favorite, so this is seen as a win for the Tea Party. Scalise called it a win for America. Brett?
Mike Emanuel on the Hill tonight. Mike, thanks.